How excited are you to be peaking, it seems, at just the right time?
I think that's kind of always the goal for everyone, is you kind of map out a year. Now, I'm not great with that. My whole thing has been kind of shoot from the hip and just go out and train when you can, when you feel good. Don't overdo it. It's kind of everything's fallen in line how I wanted. I'm throwing the best distances at the right time. Maybe I could have gotten a little bit more, but the idea was to be somewhat conservative and just be in this territory that I am now, and I thought that would be enough, and it turns out it was.
After all that happened leading up to Tokyo, what did it mean for you to be able to make another Olympic team?
It meant a lot. I remember watching the guys go to Tokyo and feeling like I should have been on that team. I could have been on that team. Now, obviously, I wasn't throwing then, but I knew my body still had it within me to do it. So when I got the chance, I dug my heels in and started training again. And the technique, I think I thought a little bit more in my time away. And then when I started, things just started to come together really naturally. And then I just ended up in a place that was beyond where I was when I left it, which was great. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that would have been the case, but it was an interesting journey for sure.
Why not move on at that point and just put throwing behind you? Why did you continue to pursue this?
I just felt like I had more to give to the sport. I put so much time into it. I had, goals of American record, medaling, these things, put so much time into it, and then to just walk away after a 4th place at a U.S. Championships, just felt like it was a waste of the talent that I could have put into another sport or something. To end an athletic career like that would have bugged me probably for the rest of my life. So I wanted to make sure that I got back and got some of these things checked off that I had thought about earlier on in my career.
What are you dreaming of for Paris? You thinking medal's a possibility? You just trying to get to finals?
I've never made a final, so making a final would be a great first step. Medaling, realistically, that would be a tall order. The guys are all throwing really far right now. But if I get anywhere near a season's best in a stadium at a competition like that, that would be a huge step in the right direction since this comeback has happened in 2022 to now.
Are you thinking beyond Paris? Do you want to keep throwing? Is LA in your sights?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with my situation right now that I have working and throwing, and I think LA is almost a guarantee in my mind. After that, who knows? I know guys have thrown into their 40s, early 40s. If the body's holding up, if I figure out a way to do it, I'm definitely not opposed to it. You only get an athletic career that lasts so long, and then that's it. So I kind of want to squeeze everything I can out of it, until I can't anymore.
We know guys on the dream team are cashing millions a year. How difficult is it for an athlete like yourself in a sport that, there aren't millions and millions that follow just because you perform? How difficult is it to get all you need to be able to peak at the right time?
Yeah, it's definitely a passion project. I think some of my success this year has come from the fact that I stopped putting so much stock in all of those things I wish I could have had. Have somebody working on you every day, go take the cold plunges, I don't know. They sit in Normatec suits every day. They're hooked up to this and that, STEM, whatever. As soon as I got that out of my head that I needed all that, and I needed a coach, and I needed this and that, I felt like I took more accountability over my own success, and it's helped a lot. And sure, I'm not the best thrower in the world right now, so there's improvement to be made, and I think there is value in adding some of those things. But to strip myself down first to what I can get away with without any of that extra frills and whatnot, was super valuable.